all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Gee. I kind of.
This is way over the edge. Like we it's not even over the edge. We died already.
This is beyond the event horizon. Like we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah, we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah.
Boy, you looking like a milk stud. Nigga thought he was Michael Jordan. Boy, you looking like Blank Man. Boy, you looking like Lil Bill.
How you die does not redeem how you lived. You do not become a hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life.
Well, negotiations, right? Politics.
And we're out of time. So you.
Hey, y'all, Gravity, any day above ground, live it. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your Friday, and for some of y'all, your weekend. Couple things. This ain't been a good week for me, so that's why some lives that I was supposed to do, I didn't get to do. I don't know. It's probably every year I have one of them bad weeks where I just don't want to do shit. So I'm probably going through that now, but I'm starting to feel better. I'm not sick or anything. It's just more of a mental thing. So I just figured I'd tell y'all that. They screwing with the channel again, and you know, some offline stuff, but you know, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Like nobody died or anything. It's just, you know, mental health thing. So, you know, I'll be fine. So I made a change for those who probably didn't notice it, but I'm gonna show it to y'all anyway. This is now the name of the channel, KG Beyond. I figured I'd take the kid out of it now. I'm 40. I can't be no kid no more. I'm raising a kid. So we're gonna be KG Beyond, you know, for the foreseeable future. And then, you know, when more gray hairs come in, I'll be old man Gravity. So I'll be OG Gravity. So that's coming in like 10 years, God willing. So there's that. But today I should be talking about the accomplishments of Jerry Lawson to the video game industry since it is Black History Month. This is what I was planning on doing. And I was going to have fun with it. We were going to show his documentary. It wasn't that long. We were going to show how he worked with Nintendo and Sega and all that, how he came up with the cartridge and how it laid the foundation to have people go on in the video game industry that look like us and the contributions we'd have made. I wanted to do that on a Friday, a beautiful Friday. It's not as cold as it used to be last couple weeks. I can't do that because, of course, the rest of the diaspora, they got to run their mouth. It's Black History Month. Many a Black American inventor and icon helped get your ass here. It helped me thrive in this country. We should be lauding them. No, they ran their mouths. Still with this diaspora crap. Let me help y'all. I'm going to turn my mic volume up a little more. I want Kingston, Addis Ababa. I want Lagos. I want Pretoria and Joburg and Cape Town. I want even Cairo. I want you Negroes over there, you Euro coons. I want y'all over there in London high streets. It's almost tea time now. Y'all over there with your fake American barbecue. Don't think I don't know. I want y'all to hear me very good. You keep on this road, you ain't going to have no history that people are going to log, because guess what's going to happen? You're going to try to present your history to people and be like, well, you're not of this land, so who cares? Go over there and be great. But no, you got to be them. And then, of course, you know, I'll ask y'all, don't y'all love it when the rest of the diaspora get tough? Don't y'all love it? They be online talking tough. I'm going to show you how tough they are. Real tough. So we're going to look at all that. But before we get into all that, let's see who's in the building. Wallow J, hello. Gamers Den, hello. Cosma, hello. DSA, hello. Sybil, hello. Reparations Nation, hello. Miss Nisi, hello. GDS, hello. Retro Gemini, hello. Top of New York, hello. DSB, hello. Who else? Reginald, hello. Rich Almighty, hello. Cosma, hello. I might have said it already, but whatever. And for those who haven't said anything in the live chat or the comments, hello. So let's get in to this customary house cleaning and get into the work.
Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now,
you know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
All right. I saw this yesterday, and I noticed that the rest of the diaspora didn't put this out, but, you know, it's okay. It's okay. We understand. I'm sure ABC is loading up their people right now to go on the JetBlue plane down to Kingston and Montego Bay to give us an update on Hurricane Melissa, right? I'm sure they are. We're going to look it up real fast before we play this video. I'm sure they're going to give us an update because they really cared about it so much. Shit. They haven't really said anything since October. That's what they said. Shit. Let's look. Well, fuck. Oh, and there it is. There you go. Hey, Jamaica. Because y'all have a couple of them fools over there talking shit in the US. Really? I this don't say I read a fairly good amount. That word right there, that 4-letter word, that don't say Jamaica to me. Jamaica, y'all gotta stop doing this. Y'all keep embarrassing yourselves, and then I gotta sit up here and I gotta talk to y'all the way I gotta talk to y'all so y'all understand. That says U.S. to give Cuba $6 million in aid after Hurricane Melissa. $6 million. Now I know that's payoff money to get the Castros out of there so the U.S. can take it over. I know. They gotta deport the Cubans somewhere. Might as well send them back home. But where's y'all's money? I'm just asking for friends. Look, they love you so much, right? On these search engines. Why did I put in ABC Hurricane Melissa and David Letterman and Bill Gates come up? Are they trying to tell us something? Why is Bruce Springsteen here? Are they trying to tell us something? I'm gonna hear you. Okay. All right. I just want to know. Y'all are an hour behind us. Put on the ackee and sawfish and the dumpling and provisions and listen to this man. He look a little cockeyed, but we're going to let him rock. Pause.
Get to work!
Where's the sound, goddamn? There we go.
Black Americans whose
ingenuity,
ingenuity, innovations, and labor. On this Black History Month, we're highlighting foundational Black Americans whose...
Game over. They said it. Foundational Black Americans. They said it. Oh, the next year and a half is going to be fun.
Ingenuity.
By the way, we're going to do it again.
Innovations and labor play a... On this Black History Month, we're highlighting foundational Black Americans.
Screenshot. That's gotta suck. He's about to be the diaspora's #1 enemy. Tariq, you've been usurped.
Whose ingenuity, innovations, and labor play a critical role in American culture and infrastructure, including Alexander Miles, who invented automatic elevator doors in 1887, and Gary.
I want a beard just like that. Just like that. But I ain't foundational Black Americans, you know. It ain't gonna work.
Morgan, who invented the 3-light traffic signal in 1923. And our next guest is working to ensure that foundational Black Americans' contributions are known.
Before the modern day toilet.
This chick is on Facebook. I'm sorry, this woman is on Facebook. I saw her page. It's very good. I haven't looked at it yet, but she has a lot of followers, so I'm sure they're probably going to tell her what it is. What y'all tell you what it is. But go ahead.
The can, the pot, the throne, the john, whatever you call it. Going to the bathroom used to be messy, uncomfortable, it smelled bad, and it could also spread disease. All that began to change because the foundational Black American invented the modern indoor toilet, and his name was Thomas Elkin.
Yeah, thank goodness for Thomas Elkin. And that is just one of many videos made by author and creator of Foundational Black American Legacy, Teresa Allman. She joins me now. Teresa, hey, thank you so much for your time. But I was curious, what inspired you to make videos spotlighting foundational Black Americans?
Alex, this goes back a few years ago when I was in kindergarten, and it was my first Columbus Day in school, and I was very excited. I sat there and I was allowed to share something. And what I told the class was that my father said that Columbus did not discover America because people were already here. And I don't remember what happened. That was quite a while ago. But I do remember feeling that his story may not be accurate or truthful. And from that day on, studying about what happened in America was just not sitting well with me. So it was my desire to change that feeling and teach about the inventors, foundational Black American inventors, because that's something people can resonate with. There are inventions all around us that were improved and created by foundational Black Americans.
Yeah, certainly. Well, in your history, or in this history and in this research process, what's been one of the inventions that's stuck out to you the most?
I like to think about Miriam Croak. It is because of her ingenuity that you and I are able to use Zoom technology to put voice over internet protocol. She's still alive, and Skype and FaceTime. When we're able to pay and transfer money over our cell phones, it's because of her. And I didn't know that until I looked into it. So, that's very powerful. We take that for granted nowadays.
100%. And you just taught me something too. I've got a research project after this segment. But listen, Teresa, because I think this work is really important. So, I mean, how can we learn more about other foundational Black Americans?
Well, one thing you can do is buy my book, but then there are other things you can do, such as just research. There are books available in the library. Fortunately, there's the internet. You can always look up people and look up things and just look into who invented this. And people are surprised because what I enjoy about my publishing company is that people are doing their own research. And that's what I want to see, is people actually researching and learning for themselves.
Well, and it feels like, so much of this just kind of boils down to curiosity, just like you had in kindergarten there, Teresa Allman. Hey, thank you so much.
Why he look like he about to sell you fucked up insurance? All right. But anyway, there you go. There's that. So as we say, they put this up, right? I ain't hear one word about it. Oh, we looked. Yes, we did. We looked. They still saying y'all are ops. Y'all working for the government. I just want to know something. If y'all working for the government, can y'all hit the Cash App? I know the government got money. They could print that shit. Print some of that into the Cash App. But we know they won't do that. So here's one page. This is from Terrain Walker. Sorry. What is this? Why are people asking Grok? Oh boy. Yeah, they not in there. Maybe they didn't get up yet. Especially the Caribbean. Caribbean about an hour either behind or ahead. Maybe they didn't get up yet. All right. There's no root. No root. Okay. Nah, they'll just put out articles talking about Bad Bunny and how Black Americans are rooting for them. I could care less. I just want to see white folk get pissed off on Sunday when he played Chambé and that whole stadium get to rocking. I want to see. But again, we saw that. That's a beautiful thing. But then we got to get to it, family. We got to get to it. You know how it's always funny that they want to sit up here and talk about how y'all ain't got no culture and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to say this. I'm just going to say it like this. You know how they always like to talk about how y'all ain't got no culture, but then the first thing they do when they talk about y'all is use culture? Well, we're going to start in Jamaica. I had to go check a Jamaican real fast. And you going to see how quick, when you check a Jamaican, how quick they back off. Not all of them, but a large segment of Jamaicans want to act tough because, you know, they got the cutlass. You know, that's for the other ones. We just call it the machete. They want to act tough. But then when another Jamaican come in, they want to act tough. Oh, you don't believe me? I figured you didn't. Well, if you're on X, you've probably seen this person before. If not, it's okay. We're going to introduce you to him. Don't worry, GDS. We got something for her coming very soon.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in
this idiot over here who is a Jamaican that lives in Brooklyn, not in the country, just for those who don't believe me, he does not live in Jamaica. He lives in East Flatbush, Brooklyn. He said it, not me. I didn't dox him. He said it. This jacket decided, because I ran into him a few months ago, talking about he was going to beat me up when I came to New York. I sent this fool the address. He ain't show up. I told him where I was going to be. Everybody want to talk tough online. I was in East Flatbush, and I said, I'm going to be here. Let's go. Never showed up. Nigga said I was going to call police. Now, if anybody know me, you know I don't F with NYPD. Some other Caribbean on that block was going to have to call him for it because I was going to, never mind. I'm not going to say that because then you two get mad at me. He decided to write this. I really hate FBA N-words. For real, for real. This is what he does all day. Talk about y'all. Now, I have a question. If you're really about that Jamaican life, right? Why do you have the Statue of Liberty in your bio? In your headline? Why you got that? But you're supposed to be a proud Jamaican. I just want to know. Oh, you thought he was done? This is what got me blocked. Because he's so tough. He talking about he gonna slap a black American. He made the threat. He says, may our children's children, can't even spell children's correctly, but you know. Remember what Tariq Nasheed has caused. That man's spirit is condemned to the worst. That man's spirit. Okay. All right. Okay. So I told him, real Jamaicans like me don't give a flitting F what Tariq got going on. Let him ride for his people. You should ride for yours and stop having that man's name in your mouth. That piece of shit's so tough, he blocked me because I said that. I wonder why you would block me. I thought you was tough. You out here talking about you gonna slap black Americans. Why is another Jamaican coming up in here and you running? You are not Usain Bolt or Safa Powell. You might be one of the female Jamaicans, but you know, we're not gonna go there. We might later. We just see. So somebody asked, you live in Jamaica. I said, this jacket lives in Brooklyn. What else he got going on? Let's see. Don't he just look like he'll crash a dollar van? I ain't gonna hold you. I ask again, does it not look like he would crash a dollar van?
You want some more?
We might have more. He looked like he would rob a Golden Cross.
You want some more?
We might have more. He looked like he would complain going into a Bravo supermarket that they don't have enough sales.
You want some more?
We might have more. He looked like he would wear a Jamaican MAGA hat.
You want some more?
We might have more. He looked like, I ain't gonna hold you. He looked like he'd rob a Haitian church to give it to the Trinidadians.
You want some more?
We might have more. Why does he look like he get pissed off at Popeyes because they didn't use jerk seasoning in their marinade for the chicken?
You want some more?
We might have more. He looked like he went to go apply for an MTA job, told him that he'd work 3 shifts, but then complained that his first shift would be an overnight shift because that's when all the ladies come out at night.
You want some more?
We might have more. He looks like he would rob his mother's bedroom.
You want some more?
We might have more. He looked like he met his daddy when he was 2, met him again when he was 42. Tried to do the Will Smith thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But then his accent slipped out.
You want some more?
We might have more. I ain't got no more.
You want some more? Do you? All right, bim, bam, boom. Somebody get this nigga out of my way.
Sir, who are you, sir? I'm gonna need you to go sweep up the bathroom. That's what I'm gonna need. You out here worried about Black Americans. I don't even understand it. Look. Why would you write this and then shit? You know what? He must have known. Look, he mad. See, he got mad that they got a shout out. He mad. Look, why are you upset? You should be upset at ABC again. They sent the white people down there to watch the hurricane come and then rescue them out of that motherfucker and then left y'all to y'all own device. But they gonna give the Cubans, who closely resemble them a little bit, $6 million. They told you to go see England. England said, nah, we good. But when I say Jamaica need to go get reparations, I get called, I ain't no real Jamaican. I'm just a Yankee. Okay. All right. Well, that's enough about this jacket. We done with him. Now, Cosmo, now you know you out of line for that. But anyway, we done with that jacket. Let's move on. Then we got this. I saw this yesterday, and I'm like, really? This is what we doing? Well, let's read the caption first. Black Americans need to realize they have enemies in every color, and these people who look like you are wishing death on your group. These are colonizing settlers. Don't let their skin fool you. So somebody said a lot of people like to play silly games when it comes to the history and culture of Black Americans. It is in the form of erasure, revisionism, or downplaying. And although a lot of Black Americans were willing to overlook it, many are starting to get very agitated and whatever else they said. So this Haitian, who was probably in Ohio, based on their name, we're just assuming, Black American history and culture will not exist in 100 years. It will either blend into American culture or fuse into a Black monoculture all Black people in America claim, especially with no distinct religion or language to serve as a barrier. You dumb motherfuckers. See, Haitians like this, I don't respect. See, these are the type of Haitians Lo Overtour and Dessalines would have fed to the French. No distinct language. No distinct language, they said. That's what they said. No distinct language. Black American vernacular English. That's not a distinct language. Okay. Okay. You're right. The same language that everybody in the world takes. Okay. Got it. Religion. I love how they bring religion into. Sir, y'all are nothing but offloaded Catholics. I think you should be quiet. I'm going to say that again. Y'all are offloaded Catholics. I would be quiet. Catholicism is getting their ass whooped right now. I would shut up. And if y'all not that, y'all Seventh-day Adventists, I would shut up. Y'all are losing y'all foothold in Brooklyn. I would worry about that. They're forcing y'all into the Bronx and Westchester. I would focus on that. If you really do live in Ohio, you have a problem there because there's a lasting effect of y'all eating dogs and cats out there. I think you need to focus on that. Look at this one. There's no rise with FBA. The immigrant tether class from Africa will claim blackness and do better than Black America economically and politically. U.S. empire demands access to immigrants' motherlands. Obama destabilized North Africa. Rubio went after Venezuela and now Cuba. Okay. Let me help you. I got to help these fools. Sir, they've already come outside and said that Black immigrants are not as successful. How many times we got to tell y'all this? Well, y'all put up that chart years ago talking about look how much these African and Caribbean immigrants are making over Black Americans. They also left out the part where it says that there's multiple people in the house getting an income. And when you take that out, especially the children, when they leave, it drastically goes down. But again, y'all love to say that because it makes you feel better. It makes you look better in front of that white man. And then we go 2-3 years later and the white man trying to export your asses right back to your homeland. And it's gotten so bad now, they're also using other countries to do it. You don't believe me. I figured you didn't. We in Black History Month, are we not? Put a 1 if we're in Black History Month. Since that first fool said that it's just going to blend in to American culture, right? I have a question. How come I saw a video in Japan, right? And we already know they're not Black American because or even mostly Caribbean, because we don't go overseas and pull this bullshit that you about to see. We don't do this. We would not subject ourselves to this type of treatment. But, you know, they're going to sit up here and tell you they're so great. Well, instead of worrying about Black Americans so much in a month that only has 28 days, 29 in a leap year, when you guys have your own month, Caribbean, in June, that you had to go lobby for from the CBC, in Africa, y'all run around every month when it gets warm talking about look at this festival we got going on in Houston or Dallas or now Atlanta. Y'all want to go outside. I don't hear y'all outside talking about this here. And prepare to laugh, because I found this incredibly funny, but I also found it kind of sad.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in.
Y'all want to explain to me why y'all are allowing this and there's no calls for an investigation?
Get to work!
Now, there's no sound. That's not me. Now, he's clearly African. Japan been to... Oh, now, I have a question. Why? Oh, I thought y'all had no culture, but you know, this is bad culture, but they're going to attribute that to y'all. We're just here to tell you this has nothing to do with y'all. You know, they're going to say this is jailhouse culture. It's Black American culture. Okay. But y'all the ones going on TikTok videos perpetuating it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This. Yeah, you would allow this. Yeah. Okay. And look, Japanese people just watching and filming. They're not helping. They're not telling the cops to back off. Huh? Since we have to give y'all hard lessons. Pause. Here we go. Now they're hooking him. He's sitting on him. Oh, he's sitting on him. He grabbed his shit. Look, even the women are disgusted. Look, she's disgusted. Okay, they got more. Look, what this be? That looks like a tarp. Why do they have a tarp out? Look, and it's so bad in Japan, right, family? They got the Japanese filming, and now they've got Indians filming. Oh, it's about to get real. You want me to tell you how real it's about to get?
Wait, Wilson.
Yeah. But we got niggas like Chippy over there, Chippy D from NYC. Since you have so much of a connection with Africa, I want y'all to hear and call this out. Look at the tarp. What are we doing? Look, you got the one compassionate Japanese cop. You tell him it's going to be okay. Look at this. They're about to put this African in a tarp in Japan. Because he wilding out. A tarp. They're about to make him into an egusi burrito. And nobody stopping the cops. They all over here filming. There go Jeremy Lin right there. Even Jeremy Lin don't care. That's not racist. He does look a little like Jeremy Lin with 30 pounds on it. Just say it. Look, she's like, I don't want no parts. You saw how quick she ran. Look how quick them females are walking. Look. They don't want no parts. Look, he had to go get his spot back. Look at it. Look, here we go. Come on. Hey, Diaspora, why y'all ain't talking about this? You so worried about Black Americans. Look at this. Look at the egusi burrito. Come on now. I'm not even trying to make a joke. I'm being dead serious. How are y'all allowing this? Look, they're telling them to back up. Look, she walking hella quick. Look, there you go. Look. Look, they're telling them to move along. Now they gotta back it up, and they gotta carry his. Bruh, couldn't be me. Look, they even got the baby looking. Fam, look at this again. Even the baby's like, what is wrong with him? No, I tell a lie. The baby looking at him like, Nani? Come on now. Fam, no. Couldn't be us. Couldn't be us. Are you serious? At least they didn't put him in the trunk. Look. They moved up to film. Look at this lady. She's like, what the hell? This fool just messed it up for all the black wrestlers looking to go to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yeah, All Japan. And Noah. Unbelievable. When me and the family go to Japan, we're going to get looks because of this asshole. And they about to drive away. How you allow this? But y'all ain't over there talking about that. Y'all worried about what's going on here. Y'all are even doing it on the continent. Oh, you don't believe me? Once again, I figured you didn't. Well, you know how y'all kept telling me and others that messing with the ancestors has consequences? And I believe y'all. You know, being Jamaica, we don't play with the ancestors down there. Shout out to Tacky and Nanny in the Maroon. What if I told you that the ancestors went, you know, they did what them white supremacists and them Africans be saying. They went over to Africa to do some regulating. What if I told you that? And this ain't no joke, fam. Like, they really went over there and did some regulating. Karma is a motherfucker. I don't play with karma. I don't play with death. Africa, let this be a lesson to you. You better stop. You better stop. Consequences are dire out here. There's a spiritual realignment going on. Y'all better stop.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
So y'all see this page, right? Actually, we'll start with this one. Y'all see this, right? You think this ain't no joke. This is not AI. This is on TikTok. This woman here, she gone. She went to heaven or hell, however you want to call it. Here we go. I'm not worried about the continent, sir or ma'am or it. We don't discriminate here. I'm over here trying to teach a lesson. Now, if you want to contribute, that's fine. If you're going to write comments like this, I'd rather you keep it to yourself. Thank you so much. This one here, she gone. She went to heaven or hell, depending on your perspective. Why did she do that? Well, you could see it clearly there, but we're going to play the video. By the way, her page is not up anymore, and you're going to find out why.
Get to work!
Passing away at the age of 27 due to depression. She done took herself on the body. Now, y'all, then we tell these people, we told these people, do not talk about our ancestors. We told them that. Nah, the girl who sat up there, did all of that, making fun of slavery, cotton picking, and all that stuff, the girl from South Africa, I complain, y'all done end up passing away at the age of 27 due to depression. She done took herself on the body.
That's not my claps. That's her
now,
claps.
Y'all, then we tell.
That's her claps. But yes, she committed suicide due to depression. She called herself the Minister of Defense for Africa because when TikTok separated the U.S. away from it, it gave them an opportunity. It gave the rest of the diaspora an opportunity to push themselves forward. And you would have figured they would have done content that spotlighted the beauty of Africa or the Caribbean. No, they kept doing the same dumb shit they were doing before. But now just they were getting more money for it because the pot got bigger. But here, this woman, who's Creole, explains it probably better than I could.
So y'all remember last year around Mardi Gras, the New Orleans people and the Zulu people from South Africa was going back and forth about the Zulu parade in New Orleans. And this content creator, her name is I Complain. She's South African, apparently. She made a video pretending to be dressed up as a New Orleans enslaved person picking cotton. She got a big smile on her face. She proceeded to also make several videos after this. Even people was telling her it was disrespectful. She also made a comment about she dressed up like she had a BBL, was talking about her new growth, and another comment about basically enslaved people defecating themselves and all like shitting on each other on their way here on the boat when they was chained up and stuff. So yeah, fast forward 2026, 1 year later, Mardi Gras in a week, and this same girl that unalived herself. And some South African people feel like the New Orleans people is not supposed to troll her. African Americans not supposed to troll her in general. When she came for a whole group of people, she didn't spare our ancestors. People saying to not talk about the dead. I understand that, but she didn't spare the dead when she was trolling our unalived enslaved ancestors. So listen, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just gonna say, be wary when you out here trolling people's ancestors, because that's a lot of ancestors that you trolling. And a lot of South Africans back then was saying that they spiritual warfare is more powerful than New Orleans voodoo, whatever the case may be. Yeah, listen, I'm not saying the ancestors did it, but y'all got to mind y'all manners.
I say the ancestors did it. They did it.
Now on here talking about people's deceased ancestors before you be up there with them. And another thing, let me say this. I noticed that when you go to her page now, I guess her family or whoever then deleted everything off of her page, and people are trying to make it seem like she was just this great person on the internet. No, leave the videos up. Leave the videos up, because that's the legacy that she, she left for herself at the end of the day. So don't try to change the narrative now, and especially because people already have screen recordings of the multiple videos that she did. So it's pointless to try to delete it now. But anyways, kudos. So y'all remember this girl right here? So y'all remember last?
So there you go. Yep, she unalived herself. And it's funny because remember how she just said that they left some of the videos up, and people were still saying that fuck up because you don't do shit like that. Yeah, they must have got the hint. They took the page down. Can't find it no more. Huh. Yeah. Celebrating I Complain, the TikTok star whose smile masked the hidden struggle. What we not going to do is let them rewrite this. Oh, no. Because I guarantee you, most people did not even know this chick existed until she started doing them type of videos. So that's not what we're not going to do. I ain't finna read all this. I already read it. I'm not reading all this. Because they were in here caping for this chick. Fuck you. That's what I'm going to say. I understand you were going through some shit. Respect to you. Because it's a challenge at times. But fuck you. You don't do shit like this. You don't make fun of the struggles of another group. You don't do that. Now, I know somebody going to tell me I'm being hypocritical when I make fun of Jamaicans. I ain't making fun of Jamaicans. I'm trying to wake their ass up. I'm showing them the stereotypes is what people know you for. When y'all running out there, y'all putting up videos of y'all daggering females on a fucking gate. That's the first thing people look up when they look up Jamaica. They ain't looking up them white sandy beaches and the beauty of the people. They see that bullshit. Just like when y'all look up, she's South African. When they look up South Africa and black people, they show y'all poverty. They don't show Ramaphosa leading the country. They don't show Malenga. They show that whole picture from that either helicopter or drone with that separation with the water. And the one side on the left is looking beautiful and the one on the right look like fucking shanty towns. Y'all need to rectify that. Not worry about somebody damn near 8,000 miles away or a culture that you're not even part of. Especially if you live on the fucking continent. You're in fucking bricks. You should be pushing that country forward. Not worrying about what the fuck they doing over there. But no, y'all know TikTok gonna pay money for that. Well, all money ain't good money now, is it? All attention ain't good attention now, is it? Kazuma said, what? You're better than I am because I would have played the Drew McIntyre drop? Shit. Who said I was better than you?
I prayed for this and it happened.
Wrong, Baldy. The Most High watches what you do and how you move. The Most High will judge you when he needs to. I think y'all see, this is what I mean. This is why I can't get down with you Christians. Y'all always perverting that damn word. The Most High gave human beings the will to solve their own problems. And he also gave them the fortitude to understand that your decisions have consequences. The Most High also sends adversity at you to see how you're going to deal with it. She took the coward's way out. The noble way for her to exonerate herself from this was to delete her TikTok and move on with her life. She didn't want to do that. She wanted to continue. So, at a certain point, the Most High is going to wipe their hands of you. They're going to let, how they say it, let God sort it out. Okay, God sorted it out. He slid to the left, turned 90 degrees, and allowed the ancestors to take care of it. They took care of it. They sent their descendants to speak for them, and she couldn't handle the pressure. Just like that fuck-ass Jamaican couldn't handle the pressure when I pulled up on him. That's how you regulate. But we're not done. because somebody else decided, another Jamaican decided to run their fucking mouth. And the man said, okay, you're a lot closer than the continent. So yours is going to hit even harder. And we're going to love it.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Yeah, this fuck ass. Oh, she up there in Brooklyn too. She's probably Chippy D's boyfriend. I said boyfriend because she looked like a man. This chick running out there talking about, oh, I'm so great. Black Americans are lazy. I built myself up. You built yourself up, huh? Well, let's see how much you've built up.
Get to work!
About what the white man is doing to hold y'all down. I got friends who couldn't afford tissue growing up, so they used to go in the bush and use a leaf to wipe their doo-doo, their shit.
I can never relate.
Okay. So she's talking about what go on in Jamaica. That's fine. I mean, not everywhere in Jamaica is developed. That's okay. I wouldn't flex and embarrass my people like that, but all right, you got it. Keep going.
Country, Jamaica, and all of them just bought their girl Benzes this year. Wait, I don't know if all of them was wiping their doo-doo with leaf, but all of them came from nothing and all of them got their girls Benzes this year. And it's not about the Benz or the bags. The point is, life in other countries is harder than it is in America. Immigrants come here and have it harder than you as an American. And they...
Wrong. Wrong. But she's going to later expose herself. Immigrants have it easier. We've already proven that many times, but that's okay. That's okay. She is Gen Z. She's ignorant. We understand. There has a report come out that says Gen Z might be the first generation that is less smart than the generation previous. I'm just saying, but you know, we got it.
Still make it happen. They buy more land than you, and they don't even go here.
That's
They're
not true.
Here, and you still...
Immigrants buy more land. When did this happen? I didn't know this. She's telling us stuff that we didn't even know.
Talk about what got taken from you during slavery?
Girl,
I know Grabberleaf owns a jet. A man that is not from your country owns a jet in your country. And
oh, Lord. Baldy, I guess you don't know that there's evil in the world. I guess you don't know this. I get it. We're supposed to ignore what people say, right? We're supposed to do that. We're not supposed to check people when they get disrespectful. We're just supposed to chalk them up to being stupid and keep them moving, right? Okay. Well, let me help you, Baldy. MAGA's stupid. And most times we allow them to say whatever they want and we ignore them because we know they're stupid. And guess what happens? Shit starts coming out there with them revisiting and revisioning history. And then we have to now sit back up there and now have to clean it up. When it's too late, we could have checked it earlier. We didn't. Yeah, that's what we're going through now. So no, we can love you, but we're also going to check you. Correction is love. Maybe you didn't know that. Don't your parents love you enough to correct you when you're fucked up?
Talking about what the white man did to you still, if you don't. And girls, I hate when you say I had to become a stripper. I had to sell pum pum because life was hard. I'm a Jamaican woman. I chose to stand up in the hot sun and sell water to get capital to start my business.
Okay. This water bullshit. Okay. I guess you don't want to tell them how y'all was ducking police. All right. Water. All right.
Because I can go back home and see what real hard life is. So I'm grateful for every opportunity I have.
So why didn't you sell water back home? That's what I want to know. Jamaica got plenty of water. It's a fucking island. You could have sold bottles of water. But you know them Jamaicans wouldn't have bought it. You sold water to white people. But all right, go ahead.
In this country. And many of us successful immigrants, we didn't have food stamp Section 8.
That's a fucked up lie if I ever heard one. You never had food stamps? You never had Section 8? How do they tell this lie? How can you correct stupid? Very easily. You hit them with the truth. And you keep hitting them with the truth. Okay, I'm going to give you a perfect example. Then we're going back to the video. Them idiots over there used to kept saying per capita, per capita, per capita. It wasn't just us. It was also their own people, Latinos, Asians. We all proved that that per capita bullshit is exactly what it is. Bullshit. It was just a way for them to absolve themselves from talking about their own problems, to focus everything on black people. We showed them the math. You notice now, it's been about a year and a half. They don't even bring up per capita anymore. They shut the fuck up because they thought we weren't smart enough to do the math. And we're talking about when they like to bring up the 2019 FBI crime stats. And we had to show them. Maybe you don't know, but every year they come out with it. 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, and now 25. 25 about to come out in a couple months. Violent crime went down. So tell us again who is doing all the violent crime per capita, because it ain't us. And it got so bad that we found out it was a whole bunch of bots as well doing it. And they own favorite white man called Elon Musk got rid of all the bots. So now their echo chambers that were all binary and digital, they're not there to back them up anymore. They shut the fuck up. Now they in there just worrying about each other and over each other. Because their main talking point got taken away from them. It's funny how that always seems to happen.
First of all, I don't know what in the Nicki Minaj cosplay is going on here, but the Jamaican girls be skin out their poom poom. You gonna sit up here talking about stripping and being a midnight ballerina? Girl, I done been to Jamaica. Y'all is selling cats by the fucking pound.
She ain't telling no lies. That's why they have the term called scandal gal. Go out to Kingston late at night. Go out to Montego Bay late at night, where they be having the jerk drums outside. Them chicks out there selling cat.
Love Jones almost got into an altercation with the Jamaican girls because they thought I was trying to take the tricks, because all of the Euro guys kept coming to me asking me, where you from? What's it? Oh my God, going crazy. And I'm like, I'm not a Jamaican. I guess they thought I was like an exotic Jamaican that could do the American accent. I don't know what they thought, but I was in the bathroom cornered by some Jamaican girl skinning the poom poom out, selling the poom. So don't you ever get up here and talk about her working hard and not having a good, when y'all literally sex tourism is is how y'all be getting it popping on that island. Y'all got resorts called hedonism, where y'all be skinning the pom pom out, doing the orgies, freaking off. The way y'all dance at the carnival, promiscuity is literally embedded in your culture. So don't you ever go there. Let's start there. Second of all, you talking about y'all used to wipe your doodle with the banana leaves. I could never relate. I don't know. I don't. Y'all keep trying to play oppression Olympics. And first of all, the fact that you grew up like that, or you go back home to people that live like that, we can never relate. And it seems like y'all have some resentment, envy, and jealousy because we didn't have to struggle and get it through the mud like that, because our ancestors didn't flee. They fought. They fought and they paved the way. And y'all keep talking about public assistance. We pay into that system. When you have a social security card, when you have a birth certificate, you automatically have a trust in this country, dear. We pay into that system. We pay taxes. We pay taxes on everything that we purchase. Y'all act like you all's countries don't get U.S. aid. Y'all literally get welfare from the United States of America. This just goes over everybody's head. You all get severance packages from other countries. Just because your government officials and the people that look like you, your same hue of complexion, is not allocating the funds correctly, and they're selling you out literally and figuratively, does not mean that your countries are not receiving aid. Let's start there. Second of all, the only reason why you're able to come here and get opportunities is because Black Americans paved the way. They set up a table. All you had to do was come in and sit down. You didn't have to do no hard work. So y'all keep coming here talking about y'all work so hard. If you are such a hard worker, why is you not popping off in Jamaica? Why your country not popping off? Since y'all work so hard. Y'all have a whole landmass that's literally predominantly you. You're not living next door to people that's trying to oppress you and that's trying to attack you, redline you, and unalive you at every given chance. You're not living right next door to that. Well, now some of y'all kind of by choice, because y'all have allowed the colonizers, the Indian and the Chinaman, to come in and buy up all your beaches, so you can't even, y'all out there protesting now, and y'all are trying to get CARICOM right now, trying to get reparations right now. The nerve. Y'all act like y'all come here, oh, they're all buying jets. Baby, the top 10% of y'all that come here, because it takes a lot to get off those islands, I will give you that. So that's what makes you have the superiority complex. It takes a lot. So when y'all get here, y'all are like the top 10% of the Jamaicans and of the people on your island, right? So compare yourself to the top 10% earners of Black Americans. You're getting obliterated. Stop comparing yourself to people that's bottom class, bottom tier. Stop that. Me and my friends, I'm still whatever. One of my friends is a fucking millionaire. My aunt is a millionaire. My uncle is a millionaire. I probably shouldn't be saying this on the internet, but this is like real life.
Man, don't nobody know.
This is real life.
You'll be fine.
I have millionaires in my family. I have best friends that have got a big bag. I'm still getting to it because I'm a little unconventional, child. I'm doing it a different type of
talk.
But we gonna get where we got to go. But at the end of the day, to lie and make it seem like y'all all are just up. No, I order Uber Eats and y'all be delivering the Uber Eats. Y'all be outside selling the incense. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but stop making it seem like y'all all got fighter jets and y'all all is driving in the Benz and the G-Wagon. My mother, they pushing my brother. They got a Benz and a BMW. Like, these are not things that's so like, oh my God, I'm so much better than everybody else because I got this. We don't even think like that. And so what if we're on public assistance, bitch? We fucking should be. We earned it, not you. It's a whole lot more immigrants that's getting food stamps and Medicaid and all types of stuff. And y'all literally come here with the refugee package and y'all get all types of help. Y'all get all types of grants, all types of loans, and y'all be scamming. First of all, stop comparing yourself. You're not comparing apples to apples. Let me let a non-Black American tell you better than I could. Be right back.
Really going to compare like with like. You have to compare the top 10% of Caribbeans and the top 10% of African Americans. Okay. And when a country like Jamaica or Africa, where they too have had their deprivations, had their colonialism, had their slavery, why do they go somewhere and tend to excel amongst people who also have gone through it? Because you're not comparing like with like. That's why. Okay. A lot of us think we are comparing like with like. You're not. Let me explain. Generally speaking, Caribbeans in America, not the ones in the Caribbean, but the ones in America, will represent the top 10%. I see. So if you're really going to compare like with like, you have to compare the top 10% of Caribbeans and the top 10% of African Americans. Okay. And when you compare the two, the African Americans are slaughtering us, bro.
Oh, stop comparing your top 10% with our bottom 10%. Take 1 million of you and compare it to 1 million of us, the top 10%. Yeah, if you want to compare to the average working person, compare your average to the average. The average immigrant that come over here is literally selling incense, might be outside grilling up some jerk chicken, selling food platters, selling, shea butter on the street, selling body oils, doing Uber Eats. Like, stop acting. Come on, bro. Anyways, relevance to Brooklyn Way.
Black American people.
Here we go.
By the way, I know that was a long video. Update. This same broad that started the video, the one in the pink, yeah, all that talk. She living with grandma now. Good. You thought you blocked me? We're gonna help you. Y'all want to block him from me? We'll do it for him. I could care less
Flawless victory. Fatality.
Good, we helped you. Now you're blocked. Now you don't have to worry about this no more. Yes, family. This same chick, she living with grandma. You don't believe me? Okay. Let's hope she didn't take the video down. She actually might have taken it down.
The reason why Black Americans.
She put up some video talking about some, oh, I had to go move in, things happened. I lost my car and my apartment. I had to go move in with my granny. I said, what? Don't the ancestors work in beautiful ways? Yeah. Yeah, life sucks, huh? It's not as easy as you thought it was, right? I thought y'all were doing all this beautiful stuff out there. Y'all were getting it out the mud. Well, you're going to have to get the key from under grandma's mat. Huh. But you know how that goes. But stick around, family, because within 2 minutes, we got to go laugh at MAGA now. We had our fun. This was just a little, diaspora laughter. Now we have to have more or less at the expense of them folk. Because them folk found out again that the man that they voted for, he ain't shit. He don't know what's going on. He don't know how to navigate this post-pandemic world. And everybody is suffering. So if you stick around 10:35, we'll do it at 10:35. I'll give myself about 5 minutes. We're going to take a look at the private sector jobs report, since they delayed the BLS report because of the partial shutdown. And we're going to go laugh at MAGA. And I dare MAGA to try to tell us that this is a good thing. So hopefully you learned something. If you did a dumb job, if not, I try to be better next time. And that will come in about 5 minutes. So stick around, stick around. So for those who aren't going to be here, y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.
Oh, here it goes!
Time's up.
Get your ass up! We gotta get out of here now!
But did we have a good time here? Hello?
Gotta get your groove on!
At the end of the day gotta end.
That's it.